This is a short video about how to grade essays within the newly integrated eCompanion and Turnitin platforms. In the video, I will briefly describe one workflow or one approach to getting essays graded and properly returned to your students so that your students can actually read your comments made in Turnitin. Okay, once you're in the eCompanion inbox, you would proceed as you would normally and just click on a student. The inbox sub-window opens up, showing you a familiar scene, only this time you have a link to Turnitin through this Originality Report icon. We're going to click on this and a window will pop open. That window gives us access to the student's paper, to the grade mark functions, all of our quick comments, our final comment, our voice comment, and so on. So you would just proceed to grade that paper as you would normally in Turnitin, and there are many videos out there about that. The point I want to highlight here is that you would remember to enter a final grade out of 100 before you go. Let's say 84. And once you've done that and left the comments you want to leave, you're ready to just close this window, go back to the eCompanion inbox, transfer the numeric grade here, and move on to the next student's paper by clicking Save and Next. And it's only by clicking Save and Next or Save and Close that you actually send the paper back to the student's outbox and give the student a chance to click on the Turnitin icon, find his or her way over to Turnitin, and then actually read your comments. But of course, you've moved on to the next student paper, and you repeat the same process, clicking on the Turnitin icon, which opens a new Turnitin window with a new student's paper in it, and so on and so forth. You grade it, you enter the final numeric grade, close the window, enter the numeric grade in the eCompanion inbox, then save and move on to the next essay. So what you're basically doing is bouncing back and forth from eCompanion to Turnitin and back again, working your way through all the papers. This approach may seem cumbersome, a lot of windows coming and going. The alternative would be to launch yourself into Turnitin, to grade a paper, and then move on to another paper, let's say by means of these arrows at the top of the screen here. Click on an arrow and move on to a new paper. This technique works fine, except that it may expose you to duplicate papers submitted by your students. If you've set your inbox up to allow multiple submissions, then Turnitin will have all of the papers your students have submitted, including duplicate copies. And if you're not watching, you may end up grading a paper that you didn't need to, or you may be left wondering which of the two papers your student submitted you're supposed to grade. So watch out. If you decide to stay in Turnitin and grade a while, and then return with final numeric grades to enter into the eCompanion inbox, you've just got to watch out for duplicate submissions. And that's why this technique of bouncing back and forth from eCompanion to Turnitin and back again may be the safest way to go in the long run. Cumbersome, but it saves you from exposure to duplicate essays that you weren't even supposed to grade in the first place.